bit on the side. It's Sunday, and as always, we're highbrow tonight, or as highbrow as we can be when we're dealing with people like this. So proud. Now, in case any of you missed the action this week, as if you would dare, we've put together a little recap of the week just gone. Let's remind ourselves.
Authorization required.
Every single chair has gone. Birthday sex, huh?
Oh my God, I heard you. Is that a bit fun?
Wipe your face.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Dina, just swallow.
Do you know what I mean? She's attractive. Where's the fucking Oscar?
Fuck off, Aaron. You were being bullied.
Do you understand how unacceptable this kind of language is?
Yeah. Fucking weird.
What a pussy. I won't go down without a fight.
I'm sorry about doing it. Love Freddy.
I'm very negative. You're actually taking the piss. Nervous. There's a knife in my back.
Lydia!
Ultimate mattress! Can we have Luke's balls back, please?
Fake relationship
How's it
on
fake?
national TV is disgusting.
We'll see when we're out here.
We'll see. It's disgusting. Tits around.
So that was week 4, summed up nicely, but it's now time to unpick all of that fun and talk about the week we've just watched. As always, I am joined by a tremendous duo. The first time this guest met Lydia, he was giving her a comedy roasting inside the house. Now he has to sit next to her for the whole show. Hashtag Orcs, it's Jeff Leach!
Don't be pulling back.
Joining him, it's psychologist Dr. Funky Before! I love her. And finally, she's danced with the biggest stars in the world, but I have a feeling the highlight of her career was dancing with the Brian Dowling Dancers last night on this very stage. It's Evictee numero 4, it's Lydia! But before we get carried away with our chat, Jamie wants to hear from you. Is that not right?
I loved our chats yesterday, guys. Should the public be the ones who nominate housemates? And of course, is Ashley letting down Essex? That caused a bit of a Twitter storm, but we don't want a Twitter storm in my phone room. What the? So if you've got something to say about our housemates or need some advice, love life or work issues and so on, give us a call on this number. £20 bet. Back to you, Alice.
She's got a little bit, it's just here. Thanks, Jamie. Right, should we get going? Let's get going. First up, let's talk eviction. Jeff, were you surprised? Oh, were you surprised the public saved Dina?
I love how you made it a bit more theatrical, as if your outfit was
I love the
enough.
drama.
I want to sound like a Dalek every time I ask a question.
Were you surprised the public saved Dina?
I was a little bit, actually, because whilst I gave Lydia a bit of a roasting when I went in the house, she was an amazing housemate. Like, you were like a Machiavellian character, wasn't she? And you were sort of playing Lady Macbeth, Machiavellian, whispering in people's ears, getting people against each other. It was beautiful. And now Dina is she's just a bit boring, really, for my taste.
She's kicked off a little bit this weekend, hasn't she?
She started standing up for herself.
Definitely.
So maybe now that Luke S and her have this tension over the next few weeks, she's going to really step up a gear and start showing her true colours. Maybe.
Do you think this was the confidence boost that she needed, Dr. Funky?
Definitely. I mean, Dina is changing in the house. Before, she thought no one liked her. Now she's thinking the public actually like me. I'm going to empower myself in the house. And you're seeing a change in character in Dina. So definitely she's got the boost that she needs.
Dina's letting rip. Lydia, how do you think the house has changed since you've gone?
It's probably changed for the better. Well, me.
Oh, you're so self-deprecating. Boo-hoo, Lydia, come on.
No. I think that people's personalities are coming out a bit more. I think Dina's definitely starting to show she's a bit more gutsy, and I think that it's going to be just an interesting show. Definitely.
You're going to keep watching?
Oh yeah, definitely, of course.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, on to this week's task. A good task, Jeff?
A fantastic task, yes. Yes, I like balls.
Lydia, you said that you would have watched the nominations.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that Luke S didn't?
Well, Yeah, because we thought maybe he was in there for like an hour and a half or something, and we thought
It's a long
something's going. Yeah,
time.
we were like something's going on. So when he came out and said he hadn't, we were like, but maybe he has, because you're always very paranoid in there. But
Were you worried he was having another undercover action with Ashley?
well, I didn't know about that.
on
I
his
knew
own?
nothing about
On
that.
his own in the because they can't really show that, can they? Just Luke S self-romancing.
Not
in
for
the
an hour and a
diary room.
half, anyway. Dr. Funky, were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, Luke S is playing the game like everyone in the house. He spent 1 hour and 30 minutes deciding whether he should look at the nominations. Luke S is the type of character that if he wants to do something, he does it spontaneously.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. So he knew the public will be watching, thinking that he's contemplating, thinking that he's thinking about the group. He's not thinking about the group. He's thinking about himself.
You can't hide the truth from Funky. You
Yeah,
can't hide the truth from that.
Well, let's remind ourselves of that moment.
This is Big Brother. Luke, if you choose to press the play button, you will be able to watch a revealing DVD about some of the housemates' nominations from the past 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. Ah! I could do it and I could say that it was a man. Oh, I don't do it. Fucking bastards. Would be good, wouldn't it? Would be good though, wouldn't it? It's only 5 points.
I love that dramatic grab at the door.
That was
Do you
rubbish.
think any of the other housemates would have been able to resist?
Sorry, Lydia. The only person I think that wouldn't have been able to resist was probably Lydia would have, and she said she would have, watched the nominations. But that's because she probably wanted to see it. And, no, Lydia's up front. She never, one thing about Lydia, she says what she means when she's in the house. But I think
And
everyone
that's
else.
less about willpower, probably just about how useful that could have been to watch it.
Absolutely, she would have had some ammunition. Oh, you nominated me. But I think generally, no. I think only probably Lydia.
Did you believe when he came out that he was telling the truth about not having watched it?
No, just because he was in there for so long, and it poses the question that you've hit the nail on the head, because why would you be in there for that long? It's just a case of, okay, yes, no, so we thought something's going on.
It was all a bit fake, wasn't it? Like, what on earth should I do? I don't know how I can deal with it. No, I couldn't, but could I?
What would you have been tempted by?
I've been tempted to slap Aaron across his smug face. That's what I've been tempted by.
Right. Well, another interesting event this week was Scott's hair. Let's remind ourselves of that.
What number you got it on?
1. No.
Do you know Scotty?
It's like all come round for the freak show.
Hey, Scott, you just want it all round.
I don't know really.
Watch when he raises his hair. You guys, when he's got it up.
Ready, 1, 2,
3, go.
Fuck it.
Just shave it all off. Shave it all off, mate. Scotty, I can't look. Get me a hat.
No, I can't look. I won't look. No, sorry. I just can't look at him. What happened there, Lydia? What was that?
I think it just started off, it was just going to be a little trim, and then it went higher and higher and higher and
Did
higher.
they understand what the numbers mean? Because they just immediately scalped him.
Oh, no, they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Well, Scott really wasn't happy with it. So why did he let them do it?
Well, he wasn't happy with it from what we saw.
With the result?
Yeah, but he knew, because he felt his head and he realised that it was quite low. He let them continue doing it. I think at that point, Scott wanted to be part of the gang. The 3 guys, hang out with them, sort of. And that
We got an
but I think
how dare you?
That's why Scott allowed him to do it, because it was they kind of bonded a little more so
It
than
was
I'd
a moment
say.
where he was one of the lads, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Jeff, any insight into that? Would you have let someone shave
Yeah,
your
I
head
think
to
he
be
looks
their friend?
awful, and I live in Shoreditch, so I mean that's saying something really.
Well, they
He
did
looks
say that was
terrible.
sort of
I'm
the
allowed
look.
to slag him off though, because I used to have a poodle that looked exactly like him.
Oh, there you go.
Really?
Lydia, where does Scott fit into all of this?
When I first went in the house, they asked me who I thought the kind of clever game players were, and I said Scott and Caroline, because they were flying very low under the radar, and I think he's still doing it now. He's just like on a plateau, and it's just and it's all the same. But I think something's brewing with Scott. I think he could blow.
He's like a growth, isn't he, on Caroline? You never see him unless he's like slouched like that on it. It's like that guy in Total Recall with the thing on his stomach. That's what Scott is.
I like to think that he's Caroline's conscience. He always seems to say something
Conscience? No, the
sensible.
devil on her
The
shoulder.
devil on the shoulder.
George, darling. That's what he's like.
Well, Ashley put quite a lot of pressure on him in tonight's show. How do you think he coped with it?
I think he coped well. But Scott being the game player he is, he came in the room, but he knew they were all going to ask him, and he was sort of like trying to pretend that he's really nervous. And he wasn't nervous. He was controlling what information he was given. So even though he didn't tell them verbally, but
And he said, I'm not going to repeat everything that was said.
Absolutely,
Yes, that's correct.
So even
Yes,
though he wasn't really pressurised by Ashley, he knew what he was
He's cool
doing.
as a cucumber. Well, we'll have more to chat about with the who fits in where later. But for now, you've heard our thoughts in here. What are your thoughts out there? It's always good to share, so get in touch and tell us all. You can reach us on Twitter or through our website. After the break, I'll be getting psyched up with this lot, and Jamie will have some exclusive house action for you. See you in a bit. Big Brother's bit on the side. Think of us as the Ed Miliband inquiry to the main show's banking industry. We know something dodgy's going on in that house, and we're going to find out, for God's sake, and we're going to hold those housemates to account. So it really gets to me. Hashtag highbrow, though. I was quite proud of that. Right, back to those bankers in the house. Big Brother's been listening to them droning on all bloody week, and here's some exclusive diary room chat.
Everybody's just gonna just be a little bit more cutthroat, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never like seen the whole show and seen the whole deal, so I never knew how it was gonna be. But just about no matter what, everybody's for themselves to a certain degree. So it's just how you're gonna get there, and everybody's trying to get there by jumping onto somebody's coattail. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe there's such a divide already, and people are just going with everyone else. Like, it's amazing how much people can be influenced in here. And also, like, I've always found that there's always been a really diverse, unique, like, characters, and everybody's had their own opinions. But in here, it just seems like one person says something and other people agree just to save face.
For me, there's no sort of like connection there when it comes to like relationship, that sort of attraction. So it's dead easy and relaxed to say, oh, Laura's rubbed something in my back, or Lauren tickled my arm, or give us a hug. Do you know what I mean? So I sort of connect with Lauren on that level. But I don't fancy her, and I wouldn't want to go out on a date with Lauren or anything like that. If that also makes sense. Bit of a strange situation, Big Brother. I don't know how it's going to end. Is it going to end in tears or what? Give me a clue if you're seeing what I'm not seeing, because you're seeing everything. Does my hair look alright?
Well, that's what they've been saying in the diary room, but let's talk about what we've seen in the house. Our panel is still here to analyse our residents. Dr. Funke, we've noticed there are lots of divisions, there are factions. Can you talk me through the groups that we're seeing?
Okay, the two distinct groups that we have, which have been termed as the insiders and the outsiders. So the insiders being Aaron, Connor, Lucas, probably Ashley, and maybe Siobhan. And then the outsiders, who are sort of outside of the insider group, are Luke A, Adam, Dina, and Lydia when she was there, and Lauren.
Okay, so do you think that you were a firm member of that group? Did you feel like you were...
I would say I was almost like the leader of the group. I kind of...
Makes you modest, that's all.
I was.
But you were influential, weren't you?
Well, because what happened was a lot of people in there. No, a lot of people in there. They weren't as kind of outspoken in their views and stuff. And I saw that there was this thing on the outside, and I knew I didn't fit into the inside. So I just kind of
All this talk of outsides and inside, I thought we were talking about Benedict together. This is terrifying.
So, Dr. Funke, Luke A.
Right.
He's quite prominent, you think, is that right?
I feel that Luke A is probably one of the most powerful housemates in there. On the outside, we wouldn't realise that. Now, you think of Luke A. I see Luke A as being the leader of the outsider group, in the sense that he has actually got people and talked to them. I call them the voice of reason group. So they don't want to be part of the in group who are being loud and boisterous and whatsoever. He's obviously taken a step back, not conforming. So have you noticed that people are gravitating towards
They still
Luke
love
A?
a bitch, though, don't they, that group as well?
They still like it,
But they like to think they're a bit more, well, like Highbrow Sunday, they like to think they're a bit more highbrow.
I think they're a bit more civil. They're not like them. They can think about things and don't take things too far as they do, the inside.
What do you make of that group, Jeff?
Well, I don't know. I think they're just a bit bitchy, really. I think it's just because they sit around with cigarettes going, oh, yes, doesn't mean you're not still bitching about each other. They're doing the same thing, just in a quieter fashion.
They've marketed it
more
better.
fashion. Also, Lydia's had a pretty hard time of it, right? And I'm sure she did some amazing things in the house, and some positive things. We showed the nasty bits. There's going to be like a Big Brother DVD extras DVD of her like feeding orphans and singing to the birds and the squirrels. She's not all bad. She's not all bad.
As much as I'd love to show you that edit now, let's actually have a look at Luke A in action.
Okay.
Do you think we should fail the task on purpose?
Yeah. Maybe. You say you think we should what?
Fail the task on purpose. Well, I've realised there's a cool group here. And I don't want to pretend to be someone I'm not, just a fit.
Nah, definitely not.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah, definitely
Whatever
not.
happens, and at least I've been myself the whole time.
Yeah.
He's been really nice to me. He gave me some protein shake today. For me, it's too little, too late.
Yeah. I'm not going to forget.
No, not me.
I just love that.
Does a lot of talking behind his hands, doesn't he? He touched himself, which is like he's hiding his true feelings. Like, goes, here's a statement about someone, and now I'm going to hide that I've done it. Yeah.
All right, Dr. Jeff Lee.
He's been following me too long.
Yeah, clearly. So for you, that's evidence of his kind of position of power there.
I mean, did you see the way he drank?
I loved that.
It was so composed.
It's like he was an evil
Finalises
dictator.
a statement, doesn't it?
Definitely, and he's in a position of power now.
For you, Lydia, is that what you saw when you were in there? Did he seem to be quite
It was
powerful?
coming out more. I think he's definitely one of these people who's going to go up and up and up. He's very clued up. He's very worldly, and I think that he's got more experience. He's a bit older than the others. I think he's going to do really, really well.
Is it a potential winning strategy then?
I said it from last week.
I'm
sorry, I have to say it again.
Don't question the Funke, Jesus.
No, but
Listen, Alice, listen.
He's got a master plan, and obviously we're seeing it materialise. And as the weeks go by, the tasks don't sort of separate them. He's a contender to win, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. Well, that's Luke A. Where do we see Caroline and Scott fitting in? Dr. Funke first.
At the moment, Caroline and Scott are sort of on the outside of the outsiders, if there's such a term. But I think because Scott has had a disagreement with one of the insiders, I think they were going to go with the outsiders, because now they're the voice of, no one's going to tell me what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that's what Luke A is saying, this is what we represent. So obviously Caroline will not separate from Scott, even though she hangs out a lot with Ashley and the others, but I think she will sort of merge on.
They're like rebellious little teens, aren't they? They're like, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'll clean my room when I want. Do you agree with that kind of assessment of the groups?
Yeah, I think I was going to say Caroline. I think she's so wary of Becky, because as Becky's come in, and Scott and Becky have made their little thing, and I think she's ready to push Becky out and get Scott back to herself.
Do you think she's jealous of Becky then?
I think in a way, yeah. I think she wants all of Scott's time, and Scott's been dividing his time, and I think that she kind of wants him back.
Because they were a duo, and then she kind of swooped in, didn't she? Now, Dina's in a group with Luke A. What do you make of her, Jeff?
Well, I mean, following on from what you just said there, Scott and Caroline are going to join the outsiders, and then Dina's going to join the outsiders as well, and they're going to become the insiders. The insider will become the outsider group.
Whoa, did you see that coming?
I'm going to blow your minds, guys.
Wow. This is unheard of.
I mean, Caroline also, she's a sneaky little fox, and people haven't noticed it too much. She's bitchy, but I mean, she slagged off Adam's hair, and she looked in the mirror. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, that's unbelievable.
It's big old hair. Yeah. Now, you've also noticed an interesting triangle, not a triangular crisp like we've been talking about, a regular love triangle.
Yes.
What is going on there?
I know a lot of people might think, what is going on? But what I see is a triangle with Connor, Ashley and Lauren. Now, I know...
This is controversial.
Hold on, wait a minute. We know Ashley's going out with Lucas, but obviously that relationship is just for show. Okay. I believe that Ashley fancies Connor and Connor fancies Lauren. Now, what reason why I say that...
Can we just see a little compilation of your findings?
Yes.
I think we've got one. Do you have a little...
Oh, well, I'd love a relationship, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I can't handle... I don't think people can handle my personality, to be honest with you. And then kind of went, I could, because he's like me.
Yeah.
And we would bounce off each other.
Oh, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? And he says his girlfriend's the same like me.
So I think your personality's in the real world, like if he didn't have a girlfriend, you would be... I think if they were going to put matches in here, you two would be a match.
Connor said he got me 2 lights, didn't he?
Oh, no. But we've got to sort this out because we smoke, Siobhan smokes, and there's only 5 packs. No, that's not fair. If you want 2 packs, though, and they're like, you can't have no tobacco.
the other thing
Look,
as well,
I
what you
gave
said.
everybody cigarettes as
Yeah, but then you
well,
moaned
the
about
whole
it.
time
Yeah, but then
I
you
had
moaned about it. Siobhan didn't moan about it. If you moaned about it, you said, "Oh my fucking cigarettes" and all that
Yes,
kind of
but-
stuff. If you moaned about it, then don't give out cigarettes. Siobhan didn't care.
I absolutely hates the girl. I think I might start flirting with Luke, you know? She's pushed me to it.
Wow, okay. So how is this a triangle? We've got Lauren, who is the focus of Connor's affections.
Right.
Okay.
And Ashley fancies Connor.
Okay.
But Connor does not fancy Ashley.
So Luke S isn't even in the equation?
It's all a fake relationship. You
Dr.
know. I'm sorry.
Do you think that jealousy was a part of the cigarette argument?
There's a lot behind it. If it wasn't a cigarette argument, there'll be another argument between Lauren and Ashley. I think Lauren represents Ashley's insecurity. Lauren is obviously quite confident. She's got her education. Well, she's studying at university. She's obviously a black belt, so she's achieved a lot. And maybe Ashley may be reflecting on herself and comparing herself with Lauren. And obviously, we now know that Ashley fancies Connor.
So Connor because Connor gave cigarettes to Lauren,
Exactly.
and so that made Ashley feel
Why?
out in the cold.
Absolutely. Why did you give her? Why do you? Is there something that I don't know?
Oh, okay. So that set it off. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's highly controversial, but I don't know. What do I know? I haven't got a doctorate. What did you make of Lauren's decision to then say, I think I might flirt with Luke S now?
I think they're all going to start doing it. It's going to happen if I have my way. I don't know. I think send them mind thoughts. I think she's just trying to. She feels a bit displaced. Bless her. The girl has been batted about a little bit between people. She doesn't. She's very sensitive, hypersensitive maybe to what people think of her. And I think she desperately just wants someone to give her a bit of affection and not, sort of rebuke it a day later. So I think that's what she was doing. She's maybe gone, I've had enough, I know, but it was a statement. She wasn't going to do anything about it. She's not going to go and jump on Luke S and mess up another towel, is she?
I don't think she'll do it. I don't think she'll waste those towels. Do you think that Lauren fancies Connor?
When I was in there, I didn't feel like she fancied any of the boys. I just didn't see that from her, but you are the expert.
Well, no, I don't think Lauren fancies Connor. Connor fancies Lauren.
Yeah, you think Lauren's just having fun and she's kind of friends with the boys.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you make of the triangle? Do you think that Connor and Lauren could happen?
No, he's got a girlfriend. I think he's. I don't think he's stupid enough to cheat on his girlfriend for the sake of what, like for a little bit of TV. He's not as stupid as Luke S and Ashley, at least. So he's
Fair enough. So can Ashley and Lauren? We've already said that's obviously a rift based on insecurities and kind of confidence issues. But can they ever be friends?
Well, they wouldn't be friends outside of Big Brother house, so I can't really see them being friends inside Big Brother house, unless there were tasks that made them reflect on each other and brought them together, but it's quite unlikely.
That's a good idea. Note to self. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But Jamie, I think you've got quite a good exclusive in my opinion. Is that right?
Yeah, once again, the digital team have been watching what's going on in their house. Well, now that they've turned the football off, yeah?
Torres, golden boot, what the fuck?
Steady on it. Take a look at this exclusive from last night's dinner with Luke A and Lauren, you idiot!
Still don't know what he saw in that diary room, you know.
It's me too.
He wasn't there for an hour deciding what he was going to do.
Exactly.
No
Something
way.
happened.
I think he's probably watched it.
And he included me in the cooking.
I think what will have happened is he would have been made to watch it. And if he hadn't have done, he'd have lost the points.
Ah.
And I think it will have been everybody's since it was an hour. Not just his, but like everybody's.
I can't imagine much other people doing it. Just me. Going on for an hour.
Babe.
Fuck.
We're in the same boat here.
Oh, there's some yucky stuff going on there. They really don't believe anything, do they? Right, it's Sunday, which means pub quiz time. At the moment, it's even Stevens, but let's see how they do tonight.
Welcome to this week's Big Brother's Bit on the Side pub quiz. Big Brother's so excited. You ready for question one?
Yes.
Which veteran pop group unveiled their West End musical this week?
Lydia would have known this.
Exactly, veteran.
Was it A, The Spice Girls?
No.
B, Take That?
No.
It could be.
Or C, 3SL?
Spice
Girls. We'll go with Spice Girls.
Can we call a friend?
We've been away for 5 weeks, we don't know shit.
Spice Girls.
B, take that.
Question two. Which book also features its very own Big Brother?
1984.
Is it A, Brave New World? Is it B, 1984?
That one.
Yeah.
D, 1984.
Or C, The Very Hungry Caterpillar?
B.
Oh, I love the very hungry cat.
Is that the one that you...
The long-awaited Alan Partridge movie was announced this week.
Oh, yes! That's amazing!
What is Alan's catchphrase?
Aha.
Is it A, uh-huh?
Hey!
Is it B, woohoo?
I like the way you said that.
Or C, yeehaw?
A.
It's definitely A.
No, it's not.
A.
It's a question for the sports fans.
Yes! Don't be about the Euros.
Which of these teams has reached the final
No!
of
You're
Euro
gonna say this!
2012?
God.
Is it A, Spain?
I don't know.
Yes. Wait. He's going to say Holland, isn't he, as well?
Is it B, England?
No.
England?
No way,
No.
no way, not a chance.
Or is it C, Wales?
Spain. Spain. Spain.
Spania.
Spain! Spain, 100% Spain.
Which creature can live for up to 2 weeks without a head?
Cockroach.
An eel.
Is it A, octopus? B, cockroach?
Yeah, B,
cockroach.
Or C, Cuddles the monkey?
Cockroach. Cockroaches don't die.
And it's the final question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Which Hollywood couple announced their intention to divorce this week?
Oh, I don't like questions like that.
Angelina Jolie.
Was it A, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell?
Don't have a clue who that is.
I like Goldie Hawn. Yeah, who?
B, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt?
No, definitely not.
She's free.
No.
Nah.
Or C, Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise?
I think it's Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes.
Holmes and Tom Cruise.
No way.
We haven't had many C answers. Let's go for C.
Okay, C. That's sad. That's sad.
That's really sad.
Tommy Cruise.
The winning team will be announced on the final show of Bit on the Side, and they will receive a very special prize.
Oh, very.
So the girls have taken the lead. Quite a feat, given they've got Ashley on their team, I think. Just a reminder, they've never been given the answers to those questions. Find out next week if the girls can keep it up. Still to come, Jamie will be chatting to some of you guys out there through the medium of the telephone. See you in a bit. Tonight, with the reality show version of the Levinson inquiry, getting to the bottom of what the hell has been going on. Speaking of slander and libel, here's Jamie East.
Thank you, Alice. As usual, my chosen ones have been selected to speak right now. So, who have we got on line one?
Line one, we've got Richard from London.
Hello, Richard from London. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, I'm so sad to see that Lydia's gone tonight.
She was great, wasn't she?
Last night. Definitely a hole in the house. Nice as the other people are, but reassure her she's not the first tall, elegant dancer to be booted out far too early. It happened to Grace in BB7, so perhaps you should introduce her to Grace from BB7 at some time.
How would you compare Lydia to Grace?
But anyway...
Oh, okay. Hello? Listen to me, man. Who would you compare? Who was best, Lydia or Grace?
I think Lydia was marginally more interesting. I did actually meet Grace in the studio there years ago.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. You've been hobnobbing with the...
But hopefully I might even come in. But of the crowd that's left, you've definitely got a very great cult between the five sort of thickos and the intelligentsia. And it's going to be interesting to see how that fight goes.
Wow, okay, so you think it's divided via intellect rather than game playing or anything?
Definitely, because the three lads are just male chauvinist pigs. The two girls that are following them, they're not the brightest buttons on this earth, are they? What are Nazis? I seem to remember the other night.
I do remember that, yeah. That but GCSEs were a long, long time ago for some of these girls.
Well, yes, maybe, but, perhaps they should have listened a little bit more at school.
Perhaps they would have done. Thank you very much for your call.
Take care.
Hopefully you will come in and see Lydia soon. She's gone now. She's ran. Who have we got on line two?
We've got LJ from Birmingham.
Hello, LJ. How are you?
Hi there, Jamie. Well, tonight...
I'm already worried.
Don't be. Tonight it's just for you.
Sorry?
Me? I'm just here to ask you a few things that I've noticed about your good self, and I'd like to know if you agree with me or not.
Okay.
Well, first question I have is about your natural, the beautiful silver highlights that you've had put into your hair. Do you agree with me that they bring out the sparkle in your eyes?
Do I agree with you?
Yeah.
It's not for me to say, is it?
Yeah, of course it is.
I don't know if my eyes sparkle or not. Do you mean my silver highlights? That's just because I've got 4 children.
Well, I just say they're silver highlights.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. Okay, well, let's go on from your point back. We do see the suave sophistication leaping out at us, and that smile is just to die for. And then when you shake your head, Jamie, because when you shake your head, you look like a lion.
A lion? I like that.
Right, there you go. Oh, wow. And no, I'm not on medication, Jamie. Now, listen to me, my dear. I have searched up north and down south and round west. But now I've been and got the east. Oh, Jamie, you're really the best.
Whoa!
We've got a fan club here for you, Jamie.
Thank you very much. The tone of your voice is both arousing and slightly troubling, but thank you very much for calling, LJ. We will speak soon. Take care.
Oh, and you, darling.
Who we got on line 3?
Thomas from Jersey.
Oh, please, God, no poems. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Thomas, how are you?
I'm fine. I was just laughing at that woman. Sounds like you pulled.
Yeah, fine. What would you like to talk about?
I'd just like to talk about the 3 witches. The 3 bitches, actually. Siobhan.
Who?
The 3 bitches, Siobhan, Sarah, and Ashley, talking about, people and getting away with it. First they talked about... Lauren, and luckily Lydia was right, by the way. Lydia's been right all along. They bully people, go for them, they get upset for a week, and then they let them go, have a little break, and then they're back on them.
Okay.
Have you not noticed that? And then they started doing it with Becky. I think Siobhan's quite funny. She's quite convoluted because, she says little things like, oh, keep it cute, keep it mute. Practice what you preach, love. Practice what you preach.
Full disclosure, though, where are you from?
Jersey.
Who do you know?
Lauren.
Well, there you go. You just stuck it to every other girl except Lauren.
It's not just them.
You can't come on here and stick it to every other girl except your mate.
I don't stick it to every other girl, but they are quite bad the way they do it. I must admit, it's quite mean.
Well, thank you very much. We love a bit of arguing in the house. That's your lot. So if you would like to join us tomorrow for a bit of a chat, it's nominations day. So call and leave a message on this number, and we might get in touch. Oh, indeed. Right, last week, Natalie from the task team shared some shopping task secrets with us. She got away with it, so here's a sneak peek as to what's coming up next.
Hi, Natalie from Task Team here. It's day 27 in week 4, and housemates have been balls deep in a shopping task. Big Brother threw in some curveballs. Ugh. But housemates generally played ball.
Fuck!
And they won! Yippee! So what do we have planned for housemates this week? Well, I can exclusively reveal we have got an amazing task called Turf Wars, where housemates will be dressed in 2 teams. There's going to be a green team and there's going to be a blue team. So it'll be blues against the greens. Yeah! Oh. But I can't tell you any more than that, or else I'll be fired. So stay tuned next week for the fallout and another task update.
Thank you, Jennings. Well, I reckon that's guaranteed to cause drama in the house next week. After the break, Jamie will be reading an extract from Lydia Louise's short story, soon to be published, fingers crossed. Plus, we'll be bringing you the latest from the house, including finding out why Ashley has been covered in a sticky substance. No, not that. It's Highbrow Sunday. Enjoy the ads. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. In a fun twist today, I've told the teams whichever show I prefer this weekend, the producer won't get fired. They love it when I throw in a mini task. It's cool. We're just such a fun office like that. Anyway, here's today's news. At 11:44 this morning, Ashley let some of the housemates in on her private thoughts.
I want areola bleaching. I've got pink nipples. I want dark nipples.
There's a lot going on.
Do you?
It's too much.
Yeah.
I just want to take off like an inch.
What?
My nipples are too pink.
I've never heard of such things.
Yeah. They like blending with my skin colour.
But then that's
They're
if you
awful.
get a breast reduction, they can
No.
they take off your nipples and take off your nipples.
What are you going to do? That?
I've never heard of such things.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh, it's great. Oh, I really want them.
So you just want to go darker?
Yeah.
Darker nipples.
Darker nipples.
Because she's got very pale nipples.
I can't have pale nipples if I can
and
go
I just want a
here.
reduction. How much is that going to cost? Well, they owe me credit.
And then I
I'm just saying, I come from fucking Hollywood, and I've never heard of such fucking things in my life. Yes,
Bleaching.
never heard of this shit. I mean, Hollywood, like the fakest of the fakest. Never heard of no areola
Maybe they keep
bleaching.
it secret. I think they keep it secret.
Oh, Adam, you've got so much to learn. At 12 o'clock, Scott and Becky became tired of certain someone and their behaviour in the house.
Such a good liar. That's why I accuse him of things.
Did he sat up and he does everything, every single thing that King Johnny's been in.
I told you,
He's
I said-
really
and I
wound me
said
up this
that
week,
to him.
Scott, like to the point I'm so he's winding me. He's
I can't believe what a good liar he is. He's disgusting doing that.
pissed
And he wants to take the statue and break it because I like it and he's jealous or whatever. And if he does that, I'll say, you little sneaky, slimy shit.
he won't do it tonight because tomorrow's.
No, because I've said do it then. I said just go on then. Do what you like. I'm not stopping you doing anything. You can do it, I just won't like you again.
He's proper than different. Like, I've never known. He's proper.
Are you sure this isn't the real? I think it is the real him being naughty. People are like, oh, it's not the real him, it's not the real. But it is.
He's been so annoying. Literally so annoying.
Have you got any nail clippers?
No, I don't.
Yeah, who is the real Aaron? At 12:52, Big Brother set today's task, which is a bit of a non-starter, really.
To win the luxury meal prepared by a private chef, housemates must convince Siobhan that terrifying tasks are taking place in the small task room.
Don't laugh.
Fuck out the nerve.
Shut up, you're not supposed to. Are you alright?
Oh God! Why do they run you? Shower. No, shower in your clothes. Oh fucking hell! What the fuck? Oh my.
Someone get a bag of something.
Fuck it, take it off. Take it off. Alright, babe. Alright, babe, hold on. Oh
No
my fucking God.
way.
Aaron.
No fucking way.
What the fuck? Babe, lie on your back. Lie on your back, Aaron. Lie on your back.
And Becky was unsure if there were really actors and actresses in the house. And finally, at 17:16, Siobhan makes a big decision on whether she wants to face her fears and follow in the footsteps of her fellow housemates, or will she be prepared to let them down?
This is Big Brother. Would Siobhan come
No.
to the diary room?
No. No, I'm not going in there. I think, no. No, it's too risky. I can't. I'll have an nervous breakdown.
This is Big Brother. Congratulations, Siobhan. By refusing to come to the diary room, you have passed today's task for the entire group.
That's so lucky she decided not to go in, because I heard they had something far more gruesome and disturbing waiting for her. That's the news from earlier today, but what is happening now? Jeff, are you there?
I am indeed, yes, Alice. I'm just peering in at the housemates at the moment. I'm not quite sure if they're singing and dancing or someone's murdering a bag of kittens in there at the moment, but it looks quite awful. Ashley seems to be losing her clothing. Apparently they did a bit of bitching earlier today, though. Caroline, Ashley, Scott and Becky have all been bitching about Lauren. Surprise, surprise. This is what Ashley called her, a spoilt little fucker, which is a bit rude. And Caroline said she's incapable of being normal. Now, Scott and Caroline, has always been a bit of tension between them. Apparently, they've fallen out. Scott hasn't been talking to Caroline for 3 days, in her opinion, and apparently he only overdoes when he wants to whinge about Connor. Sarah, also, she's had an exciting day. She found a giant spider in the house, and big man Connor came to her rescue and blew it off a paper plate. I don't know what happened there. And Scott and Luke have also been discussing witchcraft in the hot tub today. Again, a little bit of voodoo loving, wet and dirty. Also, someone flushed a tampon down the toilet. I know, gross, right? Connor and Aaron discovered it, and word on the street is it might belong to Luke S. We're waiting on more information on that. Dina also went into the shower earlier on after a fake task and blocked the shower with her feathers. Not her hair, not her feathers downstairs, like actual feathers. Anyway, Alice, back to you. I'm going to keep perving on them.
Thanks, Jeff. So
Dirty.
much going on. Dirty, isn't it?
Dirty boy.
That's so vile up there. And also, Jeff's not helping matters. What is going on in the world of digital?
Well, we've had a lot of responses to Jamie's fan earlier.
Oh,
in the
really?
phone room.
That's
LJ.
surprising.
Megan Page, best phone call ever.
Sure.
Katie Smith says she's never seen Jamie East Lost for Words before. And
He blushed. Did you see him blush?
He's finally found someone online that likes him. It's the first time.
It's unheard of. Oh,
Luke
come on.
Wilkinson says get LJ in the house.
Oh, really? You think? A good housemate?
Well, that's what Luke... I don't know. That might be too scary.
Yeah,
there are a lot
it's
more comments that are
very
too rude
dulcet.
even for this show.
Any opinions on Dr. Funke's thoughts on the kind of
Yes.
politics of the house?
Well, the power thing with Luke A, whether he has power or not, was a big topic. And McGinley says he has no power, he's vulnerable. Luke S holds all the power.
Interesting.
But then Monkey Poodle says Luke A is a chef, and food is power in Big Brother.
And they keep saying it. Food is currency.
Food is currency.
Goddamn
It's
currency.
like prison.
Oh, it is nominations, though, tomorrow, isn't it?
It's nominations tomorrow, and if you want to be the first people to find out who's up, then go to the website tomorrow afternoon.
What is
channel5.com/BigBrother and facebook.com/BigBrotherUK, and we'll be revealing who's up for eviction and how you can vote.
That was so professional, and there were no swear words, there was no sexual innuendo. I'm
I
so
did
proud
a
of you.
fucking good job
You
today.
did, well done. Is there anything else going on that I need to know about?
The task. The
Oh, of
new
course.
task.
Yeah.
Natalie from the task team is very popular. BB Spy says she's a
They love
legend.
her. We love her.
David Rice says, I quite fancy Natalie. She is well fit.
Yeah, someone said she's like one of the railway children, which I think is an accurate description.
very nice.
The nicest railway child.
On the actual task itself, Rob Beebe says next week's task sounds interesting. It could stir up some trouble in the house.
Oh.
And Ryan Gum says make sure Ashley and Luke S are on separate teams.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people would like to see that. See them separated just for a little bit.
Just for a little bit.
Can we? What's going on here? Do you know any of this stuff? Scott seems to be very brooding tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he got all covered in mud earlier, and he washed his hair, and now it's gone a bit orangey pinky.
Yeah, it's kind of gone like a kind of baby
because
pink.
it looked so good before. I think that's why he's upset.
I think both are very, very strong looks that we'll definitely take on. Well, that's it for today.
Okay.
Thank you, Ian. Tune in tomorrow on Channel 5 when Emma will be talking about this week's nomination results, and Jamie will be taking your calls about them with Sunita. You heard me. Next up on 5 Star, another chance to watch the first episode of The Bachelor. But now, here's Jamie with a bit of bedtime reading.
Tonight's story comes from Lydia Louisa, aged 26. Poor Larry the Lamb couldn't sleep. He had tried, you wrote this shit, he tried everything from counting his friends to eating lots of grass before bed. He was too embarrassed to tell anyone. On one day, a lamb called Sean, not Sean the sheep, that's copyrighted, definitely a lamb, came to the farm. Larry went over to speak to him, but Sean just didn't answer. Larry decided to leave him alone. "Stop," said Sean. "I'm sorry, I'm just very shy and nervous." Larry turned and walked back towards Sean. "I feel so silly having no confidence to talk to the other sheep," Sean said quietly. Larry laughed. "Sean, I have a problem too. I could introduce you to all the sheep and give you confidence. And you, Sean, could help me sleep." Sean looked startled. "You can't sleep, Larry. All sheep can sleep." "Really?" "I know. That's why I need your help. Maybe if we counted all the other sheep together, it will help me. Please, Sean." So that night, Larry and Sean found a quiet tree to settle under and counted Rodney, Marjorie, Jimmy, Falafel, and hundreds more. Falafel? Larry started to yawn. "I'm nearly asleep, Sean, but I need to count a couple more." "That's easy," said Sean. Larry looked at Sean and in unison they said out loud, Larry and Sean. They both didn't wake up till the next morning.